Was I Am Music that good, or is the Playboi Carti love force?
What performance are you looking forward to most this weekend?
Playboi Carti, obviously.
Have you had a chance to listen to the album yet?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
10 out of 10.
What's your favorite song?
Shit, what the fuck? The one that was like, shit! It's like called, Evil Jordan. Oh, thank God. Holy shit.
Like anyone, I was hyped up for the album. I mean, even if you're not a Playboi Carti fan, you're a little bit intrigued for what is about to happen. And yes, a lot of it is corny, but you gotta admit, he does do really good at promoting himself.
Carti! Are you watching right now?
Is he talking to a fucking Ouija board, bruh? Like, dude, Carti, just upload the album.
Carti, can you hear me right now?
Yo, we're not in a fucking haunted house.
So I was on stream with my homie. We got 2 white shirts, wrote I Am Music on the shirts because we had the real merch. And then we're there waiting for midnight, excited to see what he does. And then it gets delayed.
Wait, what happened?
It's delayed.
No!
Bro, I was pissed, man, but I shouldn't have been surprised. We had to stall for a bit, playing Mario Kart, Techno Bowl, and doing blind artist rankings.
Chat, we are going to get 20 minutes as this last song. Trust me. This is going to happen.
And then we're gonna get fucking CS.
It's gonna happen.
And yeah, 3 a.m. happened and nothing dropped. And then we're here looking like dumbasses, looking at Kai's stream, looking at Dabo's stream.
Dude, he's doing a ritual.
Yeah, this is crazy. He's like summoning Carti.
Yes, he is.
Nothing was dropping. It was 4 a.m. and I finally decided to go to bed at 5 a.m. And then I get woken up, but I'm not mad. It's Playboi Carti. We reacted to the whole album at 7 in the morning and we were doing a ranking for the songs, and this was the ranking, but honestly, I was just being a yes man the whole time because I just wanted to go to sleep. I'm not gonna post the video. If you guys want to see it, I'll leave it in the description. But my first listen, I didn't even really like it, but I definitely had a better first listen than Whole Lotta Red. Whole Lotta Red I thought was fucking dog shit when I first listened.
It's ass. Playboi Carti's ass.
But then I had multiple listens to I Am Music. The second listen, I still didn't like it. The third listen, some tracks were coming along. And the fourth listen, that's when I started to really like some tracks. My favorite parts was definitely Angelic Carti, or even when he brought back the baby voice, that was more towards the track with The Weeknd. And then after that, songs like Fine Shit and whatnot. Which Fine Shit is in some controversy because some people think that part of it is AI. That's a whole nother story. But this album was definitely rushed. Carti said he needed to push it back because of Young Thug, which that Young Thug song is my favorite song on the album, so I'm happy about that. But I don't think it was just because of that reason. And I'll get into why in a sec, but the features were definitely messy. A lot of the ad-libs that had Travis or Kendrick on just felt out of place. I didn't really care for Kendrick Lamar on this album at all. Besides Backdoors, Backdoors was alright. The other song I think sucks. Future's part, there was something wrong with that. They even said they're fixing Future's mixing. Even the track list was a mess. Apparently the intro song was supposed to go into Evil Jordan. Now I'm a Uzi Glazer, but the Uzi feature didn't seem like a nostalgia bite. It seemed like he was meant to be on the album. Carti even gave a full song to him. But I do disagree with Carti saying that Uzi's verse is like his best verse ever. That's obviously was just to build hype for the album, which I get. But Carti didn't even seem to know what songs were even gonna be on his project. Like in a call with Kai Cenat, Carti literally asked about the Kendrick feature on the track list.
You got Kendrick on it, the track list is stacked.
What did they say Kendrick at?
Huh?
What Kendrick at?
No, I said not that. It's the track list.
Show me a track list with that nigga name on that motherfucker. Show me a track list with Kendrick Lamar on that motherfucker right now.
Maybe it's just because he didn't think he announced it, or like he didn't even know that he was going to be on the project. But like I said, with Carti being forced to drop, apparently in the contract for the merch bundles, he had to send out or there was going to be refunds, which that would have been a big loss of income and for first week sales, which I guess now is no longer a thing. Carti's expected to sell 250K first week. I personally do not give a fuck about first week sales, but people do. But if those merch bundles were included, Carti's definitely selling like 350K first week. And who knows, it's 250 expected, but that can change. And hours before the album, leakers were trying to break into the warehouse that they were shipping the physical albums from. Carti just got a different fucking fan base, bro. But even though I was saying I like the angelic tracks, I know damn well that these hype songs near even the beginning of the project, are gonna go crazy at concerts. I already heard some people saying his Rolling Loud performance is his best show ever. Bro, he had Dabo and fucking Kai Cenat and The Weeknd all on stage. That's peak life, finally hearing something that's not Whole Lotta Red. This album has 30 tracks. And yes, there are misses. There's a lot of people saying that it's 30 for 30, but I will say the misses are different from everybody else. I'm not really seeing a collective agreement of songs that are ass, maybe like a few, but a couple days ago I was doing Aux Wars and I was one of the judges. We had a few YouTubers on, my friend Biscuit, my friend Tokimon, and we were doing The Party Never Ends versus I Am Music. That stream was popping. I had a really good time and it seems everyone else did too. But more of Biscuit's community all were on the Juice WRLD side while my community was all on the Carti side. And one round, one person chose Olympian, which is a good pick. Why I say that's a good pick is like a lot of influencers like Bobalam, 42 CEO, Imwell, all have that song in like their top 5s. But when it was played on stream, everyone did not fuck with it. And I was trying to give the viewer the benefit of the doubt of why that song was picked because it is a popular choice of people's favorite songs off the album.
Is this anybody's top 5 song?
Yeah, surprisingly, yes. Like Imwell, 42 CEO, like a lot of people love this song. Yes.
I just feel like we waited 4
Olympians in the
years
top 5
for him to not.
Yeah, for a lot of people.
Really?
Wait, what was top 5?
This
song,
right there.
song Olympian.
I mean, people got
out of 30 songs. You're telling me this is the top 5?
You know,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't agree with that one.
It's definitely interesting to see everyone's top 5s because it's definitely different from one another. That is why I think this album is gonna age very well on people. If it isn't already, we already got mini Glazers claiming they're big on Carti, loved it first listen.
What do you think of Carti's new album?
He went 30 for 30. Production was amazing on it. I mean, that's all I gotta say, really.
What's your favorite song on the album?
Oh, shit. I like, damn, put me on the spot. I gotta think. Bro, I'm actually tweaking. I literally have an opium tattoo and I can't think of a song off the album.
It's a nice tat, though.
I appreciate that. Hella. I'd say like Pop Stars.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no. But personally me, I am a hater, okay? It takes me a while to enjoy music. I usually don't like albums first listen or artists coming out of the underground. Like I hated Netspin for the longest time. And then I'm hearing this Aux battle defending him with my life.
It should have been Netspend on the feature.
Whoa, I would track my thank you. If Netspin was on that one song, it would have ruined the whole album.
Yeah, if Netspin was on that song, I wouldn't have listened to this album. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You said Netspin. At least, you know what? I'll say this.
I agree with them.
Anybody that listens to Netspin,
thank you.
I at least applaud that y'all listen to Underground, bro. So I'll give y'all that. At least y'all.
That's fucking Kid, one of the best albums of the year.
There's so many.
Wait, Jill. What did you just say? Wait, hold on. I might. Can you repeat?
I used to hate Netspin as well as the entire Underground, but usually has to grow on me over time with a fucking banger album where they evolve, and that was Badass Fucking Kid.
Yep.
That album was a banger, bro.
But what about that Netspin's been making music for less than 2 years and he wipes both Carti and Juice's discography?
Let's chill out. Let's chill.
Wait.
That's the switch up, okay? I switch up on everything. I mean, even this album, I Am Music, I thought it was shit first listen. The only artist I like first listen is usually Uzi. That's about it. Everything else, I need to re-listen again and again. Because as of right now, I think this is Playboi Carti's worst album, but I think that's going to change in the future. Something really good about Carti's discography is that there's not one album that everyone collectively agrees is his worst project. Before I Am Music, everyone had different top 3s. Mine was Whole Lotta Red, then it was Die Lit, then it was Self-Titled. But there's gonna be tons of fans that have that list completely swapped. I know Carti's from Atlanta, but I know Atlanta rap fans are eating up this album right now. I also want to point out that I love the Lil Wayne influence, one being the cover art that he originally had, then the one song Like Wheezy, which I'm sure is referencing Lil Wayne. And even Lil Wayne had a jacket called I Am Music around 2008 or 9. See, even myself being 20 years old, I was a little bit too young to experience Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne is your rapper's favorite rapper. I think Lil Wayne is arguably the greatest rapper of all time. I think there's conversation for that. I don't know if I really have a pick of my favorite rapper, but he's definitely in that conversation. Definitely an annoying thing about this album is Evil Don Cannon or Atlanta DJ Khaled. Swamp Izzo! Swamp Izzo!
Yo, shut up! Shut the up! Oh my god, you need to say swap Izzo every 3 seconds!
This dude kept spamming this shit the entire project. I was hoping like, okay, 2-3 songs. It just kept going. And then add on the sound effects every 2 seconds on some of the tracks. I guess I gotta get used to it. But listening for the first time, it definitely highlights it every single time. He says, Swamp Izzo. It's so fucking annoying. But the hype for this album was extremely annoying and entertaining. Ever since the Narcissist incident of 2021, I think it was like November or something, which during that era, he should have definitely dropped a project in like 2022. He didn't though, but this whole hype through the years has been a whole lot of fun, even if it was corny as fuck. But haters gonna hate, Carti knows how to promote himself. It works. And you got people building their careers being head over heels for him. There is just no fan base with Carti's, and it seems it's just gonna keep getting worse. Cause as of right now, I don't think there's a single rapper bigger than Carti. If I had to give a top 5 at the moment, it would be We Need All the Vibes, Fine Shit, Rather Lie, Twin Trim, and Jump. I'm obsessed with Uzi, you should not be surprised. Carti's already previewing the next album called Baby Boy, maybe it's a deluxe. But there was a tweet going viral saying how Academics was lying about some stuff about the album prior to its release, saying that Justin Bieber was going to be on the album, Ken and Lone being on the album, which I would assume makes sense. Like at least take care of some of your children. And he was saying X was on the album. How? Why? I don't really like that, but definitely got me curious. As much as I hate it, I am curious, I'm not gonna lie. If I had to give I Am Music a rating right now, it would be a 6.5 out of 10, and it's Carti's worst album, but something tells me that will change in the future. But I'll see you guys next week.